Bet we're already live.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. Mm, yeah, bet. All right. So, what would you say
Mhm.
as far as like your journey and where you are now? Like, what would you say is like the biggest misconception about you trying to get to where you are now? Like, as again, some people think that once they get to a certain point, like maybe it's over for them.
Right.
Like they won't even be able to like get to the point of where you at. So what would you say like is the biggest misconception about that?
I would say work ethic. Uh,
Okay.
Cause I mean, like we talked about before, I wasn't at no camps.
Hmm.
I wasn't at no pro day, tryouts, or didn't have no coaches. You know what I'm saying? That had me in facilities and getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, all that stuff. We was at local parks, putting in
Hmm.
work. Nobody, no recording, nobody, nothing to go on YouTube, nothing to go on social media. Just, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Really out there, just raw, putting in work. Cones, you know what I'm saying? Brought cones from home. They don't match. The colors didn't match. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just really out, you know, like really like sometimes to make a, you know what I'm saying? We had sweaters, helmets, you know what I'm saying? To make a goal post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes we had people that didn't even play to position that we, you know, didn't play a DB, didn't play wide receiver. That was just out there just running routes just to give you a look at what it would look like. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
um, I think when a lot of people realize like they don't have that, they think, oh,
Hmm.
my chances are never gonna be because it's not like, you know what I'm saying, if you're a good player or you're, you know what I'm saying, you're a talented or you're a raw player, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna see you regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless if there's 80 coaches in their face telling them, or regardless if they're at, you know what I'm saying, at a game and they come see you.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Got
Like
it.
it's just a work ethic. You gotta be willing to put in the work ethic. You gotta be willing to still give 110%, knowing for a fact that you will never get chosen. That's why I say it got to be a heart thing. Like you got to really just want to play football because you love playing football, not because
Yeah, for
oh
sure.
I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's dope. Like I think one of the big things that you said, bro, is when you talked about how like other people would pretty much giving you props for like your ability and playing and all that stuff, but you never really said like to yourself that you felt like you were good enough, so to speak, right?
Right? Yeah.
And I think the good thing about that is it always would keep like some doubt in your mind, like, hey, I didn't make it. Like, I just got to keep working. I got to keep working. I got to
Right.
keep
Right.
working.
100%.
And I think that's a really good thing. Like, I saw somebody talking about that the other day.
Hmm.
They were saying, especially with football, like,
Hmm.
you got to play and practice and do all that stuff like you broke. Like, you don't have anything.
Right. Right.
Because as soon as you start getting to that point where you like, oh, I made it, so to speak,
Hmm.
is when you lose it. You start getting
Yeah.
lazy and
100%.
everything else happens. Yeah.
And
So
I've definitely seen it. Like I've seen people, you know, I made semi-pro team, and they're like, man, don't talk to me. They delete people off Facebook, all type of stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool if you're doing a cleanse and you want to get rid of
yep,
toxic people. You know what I'm saying? That's
yep,
cool. But don't, you know what I'm saying? You get big headed and you get to the point like, man, you get big headed and next thing you know, you hurt. Then what?
yeah,
And it's like, you never know, like, your connections, man. That's why I'm like, I'm very big on just being humble and, you know what I'm saying what up to whatever. Because outside of football, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people see football and they're like, oh, they make money from football. But when football is done, a lot of these players is making money off the connections and the
yep,
endorsements that they have. You
yeah,
know,
for
it
sure.
don't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, that NFL contract. Because once that contract run out, they really don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it is
Yeah.
endorsements and deals that they strike while playing, or the connections that they made while playing. You know what I'm saying? I see
Yes.
all the time that a lot of NFL players, graduated from this or graduated from that, got their degree. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Using the NFL, because that's basically using NFL as a platform to get where to get where they want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. I think that's very, very important. So what are you really excited about as far as the steps of where you are, your journey right now? Because you're getting ready to go
Right.
play, right?
Right.
So what are you like looking forward to the most?
Uh, Honestly, I'm looking forward to smacking mugs, man. Like like for real, like, cause that's my
Yeah.
thing. Like my biggest stipulation, man, and like a lot of people can concur to this, is when it comes to like Illinois or it comes to like the Midwest,
Hmm.
like there's no football players here. Like that's what people say. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't no football. It's all you gotta go down south for football players, or you gotta go up north, or they on this
Yeah.
side, they over here. And it's like, bro, we got football players right here in the middle of the United States. Like we got
Yes.
dogs here. You know what I'm saying? Like we got muds who's gonna make some noise if they're given the opportunity.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. Like that's my biggest like flex right there. It's just like I'm ready to just make some noise, man, and just show them that we do got what it takes, just like everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's dope, man. So you're gonna keep playing. You said linebacker. You're still gonna do safety, or you just trying to focus more on one position now that you're going to? I see you
I mean,
just a
honestly,
little
I'm
bit too.
to be honest. Like I am very like honest, and I'm very like with my size, right? What I am, 220, 6'2", a cold receiver, a cold safety. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem, and I'm not scared at all to play linebacker. Like not at all. I could care less. I didn't heard it all before. Oh, you too small. You too this. I wouldn't be where I'm at for this position if that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not about that. It's about the heart, like we talked about, and the ability, and the hunger and the want to play.
For
Um,
sure.
so I mean, honestly, wherever, so I'm definitely playing linebacker, but wherever else, you know what I'm saying, football will take me. I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Very
And
versatile.
and from my opinion, like with sports, just my opinion, to me, I mean, you get your every once in a while, you get your real big, strong that they look like they fit the part that are
Right.
actually really good, right? But honestly, it's usually to me, it's the ones that they're like, nah, he's too small, or he's too slow, or he
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
be the main ones that's doing
That stick
everything.
out, and that's the thing too. Like when I
Yeah,
watched, the draft, and I watched them like they ran their 40 in this, or they did this, and I'm like, you could say that, and you could, what I'm saying, you could go off what you're reading on there, but gameplay is way different than
it is
skill drills.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's even like playing Madden. Somebody get on skill drills or backyard, and they going crazy, but then when they get in the game, you playing an exhibition game, and you like, bro, you suck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, but it's like, yeah, you can, yeah, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Do that, and that's with any sport. Like, that's why I tell people too all the time. Football is 7-on-7. They're like, oh, we the raw 7-on-7, but I'm like, bro, 11-on-11, man, them four people make a difference.
big difference.
Them
Big,
linemen make a difference. You know what I'm saying? It make a difference if it's just a receiver in the corner or a receiver in the nickel.
yeah,
Whereas I'm a receiver, I beat the nickel, so I'm coming inside the linebacker stand.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or a D lineman hit my tight end, bump me off my route. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it makes a big difference of those four people. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like that mentality that people got, or they run one-on-ones all the time. I cooked him. I cooked that one-on-one scenario is a 10% chance to happen in the league.
yeah,
You're always gonna have that safety that's gonna be right there. Go ahead and burn him. if you got a good safety, you don't sit there like, oh,
They
you
there.
learn, I'm gonna bait your
Mhm.
quarterback gonna throw it, and you're gonna be running your hardest you can come in. La 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 la
Yeah.
la cookies. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. So let's talk about there's something that you mentioned as far as like having children and stuff like that. So I'm I commend you for like what you're doing, right? But let's talk a little bit about like the sacrifice of what you had to do and what it takes to get to where you are with still having a family.
mhm,
Because and me, I always kind of think a little bit different, but I still feel like athletes are entrepreneurs to me in my mind, right?
right,
Because you're selling yourself, it's based on your performance, all those other things, and you have to put in time away from your family just like anybody else,
right.
maybe even more because it's so competitive, right? So let's just talk a little bit about that, like what
Uh,
you have to do with what you're going through and how you're able to keep going with that.
okay, so when I first started playing, it was a hassle because it was like, you know what I'm saying, like playing football, if you get hurt, you know what I'm saying, paying for, this and the bills and, kids and all that stuff like that. You're only playing
Yeah.
semi-pro, you're not getting paid. That was the biggest thing for everybody. Everybody was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're playing semi-pro, man. You don't get paid for semi-pro. And, what if you get hurt? You know what I'm saying? You jeopardizing their career and you're jeopardizing, what I'm saying, making money for your family and stuff like that. And that was a
Yeah.
big, you know, thing that just had to a hurdle that just had to be jumped because it's like you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go up to the pros and be like, I want to play football. Here's my application. You catch
Yep.
what I'm saying? You got to have something to show for it. You got to have film. So that sacrifice was definitely hard. It was a little harder for me because it was going through my kids not being like living with me. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So probably about like 3 years ago, my kids moved to a different state.
Okay.
So them not being there, you know what I'm saying? Like they were smaller when I first started playing, so it was hard for them to come to the games. They came to a
Yeah.
couple games, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
having them live in a whole different state, you know what I'm saying? People are like, man, now you got more time to do this and you got more time to do this. But it's like as a dad, you know what I'm saying? Like you're always
Yeah.
there, you always with your kids, you always, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it was very rough. You know what I'm saying? I definitely went through a rough patch in football because it was just very hard for them not being there and sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, like them not being, even though, you know what I'm saying, the football had nothing to do with them not being here, but it was just like, it was very hard because it was like every living moment I wanted to catch a plane ticket and just, you know what I'm saying, go there. And don't get me wrong, like I did miss a few games, flying down there to go see them and stuff like that. But it was very hard, like to stay focused playing football, you know what I'm saying, knowing that they're all the way over there, you know what I'm saying? Because that, added on to my goal. It was like, you know what I'm saying, I want to
Yeah.
do this and make this so that way I can be, you know what I'm saying, they can be closer, you know what I'm saying, or I can see them when I want to, you know what I'm saying, or they can come out when they want to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it
Yeah.
became more of a personal dream once they, once they left, because it was like I'm kind of doing it for my family. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's no longer just a me thing no more. You know what I'm saying? I got my kids and I got to make sure that they're straight, longevity wise. So it
For sure.
became something like that.
Yeah. So with that, no, I can totally agree when you're saying like the longevity wise. Like I went through a similar situation, you know, going after something and then at the time my daughter being in Illinois and me deciding to move to Atlanta,
Right,
you know, and my family supported me and all that, but a lot of the people that I was cool with or friends and all that, they're like, bro, why are you leaving? Like, why are you doing it? Your family's there. Everybody's
right.
there. Why are
Everybody's
you
there.
trying to leave to do something? You know? Um, and it can be hard, especially when you want to be there, but you're looking at the bigger picture later on down the road. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope, and I commend you for that because that is hard. But I mean,
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. You know, you don't want to look back and be like, "Dang, I wish I would have took
Right.
that chance or the
Took the
opportunity
chance
to
to
do
never
it."
where you be at, right?
Yeah, but you're doing something big. So with what you're doing, and not with your kids and your family, right? But do you feel like for yourself, do you feel like there's any pressure on you to succeed with what you're doing right now?
Uh,
So I'm
me
trying to get
personally,
deep, man.
you said what? Trying to get deep?
I'm trying to get deep and see what you're thinking.
Me personally, if I could just be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like now it's just like all free. It's like free for all game now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I have gotten to a point like I didn't play it on the NFL. You know, I didn't score a touchdown on the NFL
Yeah.
stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't been, you know what I'm saying, a different states playing football. You know what I'm saying? I'm having this opportunity right now. You know what I'm saying, to play, and it's like that's all I was dreaming of. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities, and the opportunities are lining themselves up.
Yeah.
So the pressure, I mean, I feel like the only pressure is now is like the pressure is on myself to keep going. Like, don't give up.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
you had them doubts at first because you're saying, hey, I'm going, because don't get me wrong, like I didn't been few tryouts. And they
Mhm.
like, man, we love what you do, bro. Like, you this, you that, you do that, and then we'll call you, and I'll be waiting by the phone for months. I'm
Wow.
messaging them, and they opening it. I didn't have so many people opening my messages and
Wow.
just leave me on red. No
Wow.
response. No response. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like, oh, well, here you go. We gonna do this. No, like, it was definitely a process of rejection
Yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? And now the big pressure would be, even though you got rejected, you know what I'm saying? You kept pushing. So now you're not getting rejected. You're gonna keep pushing. I feel like that's the pressure that I gotta apply to myself. Like, are you gonna still keep going? There ain't nothing in you. Because now,
Yeah.
you don't get comfortable. Like, if there's something in my way, you're like, okay, I'm kind of gonna stay here. I know if I go to this level, they're not gonna allow me to. But it's like now, the sky is the limit. The
Mhm.
pressure is like, man, I'm about to go to unfamiliar territory, like I'm doing right now. I'm going all the way to El Paso. This is the borderline of Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, so that's the pressure that I put on myself. It's like you drain, you put in all this work to get to this point. You
Mhm.
still got to keep training, keep putting in work, so you keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't stop and stay. Just because you reach the limit, don't mean that you got to stop. There's another limit that you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's what's up, man. And you know what? Like you you have a lot of people supporting you, right?
Yeah.
But let's be honest, you also got people that ain't supporting you too as well. You know,
Right,
because not
right,
everybody that looks at what you're doing is going to support
Mhm.
what you're doing. But I mean, ultimately, nobody's perfect, and I feel like if you are focused on what you're trying to do, you know, and you always include God into it, I don't think you'll have any problems, right? You'll be able to figure out any and everything, you know? So as long as you have that focus, and I can tell by the way that you're talking and speaking that you're gonna do some things for real because you seem really focused. And I wouldn't even say eager. I don't even see any like nervousness in you or anything. It's like it's just the next step. And that's I really admire that and like that about you. Cause it seems like you're finna go in there and you finna do some things, but I think is really, really good, man.
Like, I'm very like, at first, you know, people be like, man, you're an awesome player, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, appreciate it. But then, when like whole little Texas drop, everybody like, man, congrats, bro, you deserve it. I'm like, bro, that's all God, bro. Because it's
Yeah.
like, None.
It's crazy.
I played semi-pro for what, 4 years, 5 years, and even to make a semi-pro team, like, I look at a semi-pro team now, but even to make a semi-pro team, no high
No
school
film.
experience, no film, no college, nothing. And now here I am,
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing. You know, so definitely all God, definitely. So that's another thing. Definitely give all praise and honor. Like, without him, I would not.
Yeah.
Because statistically wise, there's no way that this dude is here. Got no experience in high school football or college. Going crazy in semi-pro, and then all of a sudden he's won his games, and all of a sudden now we want pro. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at the book, like they look at semi-pro as reckless. All these people, it's not organized.
Yeah.
It's ghetto, and they don't look at that as football. You know what I'm saying? The people that play it do. Some of us look at it as we got raw talent in here. Some of these mugs in here, some of the people in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, statistically, they look at semi-pro, football. There's a whole bunch of dudes get mad. For real, that's how they look at it. You know, it's organized. You look at it like that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So we not to cut you off, they're saying some of the people are saying there's like an echo on your side.
Oh, my side.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if we're able to. All right, guys, we're working on it. Try to see if we can get the echo fixed. We're working on it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Let's see. I'm not really sure, honestly. Let's see. So we will see. Okay, cool. Y'all have to bear with us. We're still new. I'm definitely still new to as far as us going live with this stuff too. I really haven't gone live a lot, but we're gonna try to figure it out and go from there. And then two, if it's
my first one.
and then two, like once the recording is over, pretty much I'll have the full version and a live version, because we've been recording for probably about 45 minutes, almost an hour before we even went on live too. So we'll keep going from there too as well. So the stage of where you're at now, right? Where do you see yourself going? Like, where would you like to go from here?
I'd like to go up.
Okay.
I love watching it all go back. I just feel like the NFL's been in a long time, so they kind of like, I don't want to say they kind of like here, but it's just word actors, and like in the UFL, like them hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like the UFL, they're still hungry to that level.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I want people that are like hungry. I don't want to get to that. Oh, I made it.
Yeah.
I can play at 50%.
Yeah.
I want to play with some boys. That's like thing. I'm trying to knock your head off. You know what I mean? That's my mentality. Like that.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about the team that you're going to, right? Okay, so because I know you told me earlier that it's a new team.
Yeah. So West Texas Warriors. It's part of the AFL. So the Arena Football League, American Arena Football League. What it is though, it's AFL 2. So what it is to get to a pro level, like playing like indoor, like the IFL football, or like XFL or UFL, you got to have some type of college, or you got to have some type of pro film. So the
I
league
know
that
that.
I got that I'm playing in right now is a developmental pro league. So it gives you the film
Okay.
to
Okay.
set up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So usually how it goes is, you know what I'm saying, you play like a season, or some people play only a couple games and they move up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
Okay.
saying I'm only gonna play games. I would love to play, you know, whole season. But and then you move up because you have, because they're not looking at like NFL, you know, they're not looking at, you know, college or no pro. They
Yeah.
don't just want no, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you know the Disney movie, like oh, we saw him playing football on the garbage can and pick him up. Some line activity. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like they got to see that you got some type of, you know, pro experience, some type of college experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this league is. Fundamental pro league. So it is definitely a great opportunity. That I feel it's a great opportunity. It definitely is. You know, it's in the football capital. You know what I'm saying? United States. It's in Texas. Any football in Texas. You know what I'm saying? My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. So it's like,
Oh man, I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna say that.
any direction towards there is in the vicinity. Out in Texas, they play football all year round.
Got it. Okay.
So it's like if you want to get noticed, you want to get out there, you want to play. You know what I'm saying? That's the place to be.
Okay.
So
I've been to when I used to work with when I had an office with AT&T. I went to the AT&T Stadium before in Dallas.
Okay,
And I got to go on the field, and I got to go in the locker room and all that stuff. It was crazy, man. Yeah. It was really crazy. It was really nice. Yeah. So that's a good goal to be going for too as well. So when do you officially leave, and when do you officially start?
So I leave on the 29th. Camp starts on the 3rd of March. So after that, I'll be full-fledged in, and
nice
during camp, you know what I'm saying, I still got to give my 100% because you can't cut in camp. Our coach told us that. He said, don't think it's sweet because you can't get cut. So y'all get tossed out. I'll get cut in camp. But yeah, it's really starting, and it's a week and a half, and it's like it's grind time. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's no longer grind time and comfortability. It's just grind time now. I got to start basically from how I started first day of semi-pro.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, and where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? That's 22 hours away from where I live. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So it's like, it's out there, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, and I'm not having a good day today. I'm not going to practice. It's out there. No matter if it's rain or
yeah. No, you'll be fine, bro. Like, I don't. Again, honestly, because of your attitude and the way that you're talking, and from what I know about you, bro, you'll be fine. My only advice that I would give to you, as far as your journey, you know what I'm saying, is some people might not like this when I say this, but I had to do this with myself too. Obviously, of course, I feel like you need to obviously keep God in everything that you're doing. But at some point in time, Javaughn, like, you have to be selfish. And what I mean by that is you have to be to a point where you are like not wavered or not pushed off of what you're trying to accomplish, regardless of what anybody says in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be like that. And you know what I mean? I don't mean in a bad way where you're not like focused on anybody, but you have to have super
Focus.
tunnel vision. Yeah, you gotta say super focused, man.
Yeah.
Like, and there will be a lot of people that don't understand what you're doing, or they'll
Right.
look at what you're doing a certain way. Oh, he's here or he's there or whatever, right? And don't let people put their insecurities on you,
Right.
right? And you can tell you haven't been letting that because you're to the point where you are now, right? But then also definitely, if you don't have one, you have to get a why. Have you heard that before?
A why? A why? Like
Yes.
a reasoning? Like a reasoning?
Huh?
Like a reasoning why? Like a reasoning why?
Yes. So you have to have a why. That's something that is attached to you, that whenever you feel like you can't go anymore or it's too hard or whatever it is, there's something that's directly attached to you emotionally that will keep you going, right? So for example, I'll give you a big why for me is like my parents. I've been talking to my dad trying to move my mom and dad from Wisconsin to Georgia, right? And then my kids too as well. So that is like the biggest thing, that even when I feel like quitting, I'm like, no, I got something very, very big and that's in the background that I can't, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people counting on me to do stuff, right? So I would definitely say that you just make sure you have like a why, and it's something that's really, really, really important to you.
Yeah. See,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
that's everybody's like, oh, you play football, you play football. If it was just for me, I would stay.
Mhm.
I would stay pro. Like play football. You catch what I'm saying? Like I can play football, and that's all I got to do. I can work my job. I can play football. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, but it's definitely bigger than me. And I was just talking to the family about this. Like, I'm like, it's all my siblings. You know what I'm saying? My family, it's my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I want what's best for them. And if football can be a platform for them to get to where they need to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I want to use that platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to use that. You know what I'm saying? To get, you know what I'm saying? I know they'll be good or great, whatever like that. But at the same time, it's like if I can do what I can to help them,
Yeah.
I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? My ultimate dream is to living on the same land. You know,
Yeah.
and that way have kids have me as well. Just that whole football is that avenue. That's my why.
Dope. Dope. Okay, let's go to, I'm gonna go to a question. So we have a question is, what are you gonna do to stay focused? So there's a lot of haters out there, but always lovers too, if you know what I mean. So what are you gonna do to stay focused?
Honestly, I'm to keep it a buck. The same thing I do here, man. Like I'm not worried about, you know what I'm
Good.
saying? Even being here, literally having haters in your face every day.
Yeah.
I'm the same thing, you know. Say like we said, we talked about, you know, having that why, but also saying just knowing that their heart keeps me focused because that means I'm doing what I'm doing.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not falling in line. Okay, yep. Stand on my
Okay.
own. Stand on my own.
Okay. They're saying the echo is really bad. We're working on that now. Let me see what I can do. Cool. Right. Which end is it on? Is it on my end or Javon's end? Which end is it on?
I can't hear it, but I hear echoing in the background with you.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Where does it have it? So we got another question. So I said it's saying it's on your end. Okay. All right. So how important is for you to have a mentor? We had another question that popped up.
I think it's very important mentor because actually we just got done talking that very important to have because somebody that you can I don't want to say run to, but have that can help you and start like everybody likes a grown like if I can do everything, and there's certain things that you don't know. There's certain people that you don't have experience. You know what I'm saying? Well, we talked about mentor. Just because mentor could be one way, but you're another way, and y'all can help each other.
Yeah.
A mentor doesn't have an age, you know what I'm saying, or a stipulation, or who it could be. It's just somebody that can help hold you accountable. And when people hear hold thinking like I'm wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with wrong. It's just in general. Like,
yeah. No, that's dope, man. And to get to where you're at right now, bro, like again, I want to give you your flowers because it takes a lot of accountability already just to get to where you are, right? To be in shape, to still have a hunger for it, to still thinking I got a whole bunch to prove, to not be cocky, all those different things. That's what makes, it separates the average people from the superstars. I think that's really, really good for you. So we're gonna like finish it up. Just tell everybody like where they can find you online, on Instagram, where they can see you play, and what else you're looking forward to as well.
Follow me on Instagram. For amen for kosher underscore 97. Catch me at the gym. Also, I'm just looking forward to just putting this work and just seeing where it takes me. Ready to get on the interview on draft day. You know what I'm saying, or right before walking on UFL or just completing the whole package.
Yeah.
Just that's it. But honestly, real big play. And the games, I think they'll be live.
Okay.
They'll be on TV. I think it's only like in Texas. So I think that it'll be streamed. Definitely. Add me on Facebook. Javaughn Peterson is my name. Other than that, man, keep me in prayers and I'm just gonna rock out.
Got it. And you said underscore amen underscore kosher. What else?
Underscore 97.
All right, spell that for me.
All right, so it's underscore AMEN underscore kosher KOHER underscore 97.
Bet. All right, got it. I got you on there, man. No, bro, I appreciate your time. Like I said, best of luck. I know you won't need it, but we're rooting for you. If you need anything, you can call me. You're going to be great, man. I already know it. And I'm going to try to find a way that I can get out there to see some of those games.
Yeah.
All right. See a way that I can.
If you can make it out to Texas,
yeah.
Literally,
definitely.
That would mean the world. People. I don't think people really realize football players. When you go out, you look out on the fans. You know what I'm saying? That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
To a game or important players or you know what I'm saying? Seeing family and friends out there, real big impact.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we're gonna end with this, and it's funny. Nikki just put that on there too as well. It's funny that this just happened, but as far as like being on a YouTube video that had millions and millions of views already,
right.
and you being on the actual thumbnail,
Got you. Yeah.
You know, which was crazy, right? So my boy, you know, my boys and people are into YouTube and stuff like
Right.
that. And when I pulled that up and showed that to them, Harvard was like, "Is that Javaughn for real?" He was like, I know of Destroyers. Like, I know who that is. Yeah, he's like, I know who that is. He's like, he's on the thumbnail. I say, yeah, man, he's on the thumbnail. So we went through the video and they actually saw you and they was like, dang, they was like, Dad, is he famous? I said, yeah, he's famous, man. I said, yeah, he's famous, which was super funny. What's up, John? It was super funny, but how did that feel for you, man, being on that? And did you know, like, were you told like you were going to be on the thumbnail? Because obviously you were smart enough, bro, to where you wore what you wore, you were being the way that you were, and you had some highlights too as well.
Yeah. So
Did you know anything was going to happen?
So the crazy part, how this all started, right? So the first time was the historian came to Chicago, and we were like probably like 30 minutes out of Chicago, suburb outside of Chicago. Like we were all, you know, we got big. You know what I'm saying? Because how it goes is pick to get a wristband, one-on-one,
Okay.
one-on-one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So and they don't do it like one-on-one. They do good and like field drills type thing. To pick you to beat them. So I know coach role, and I'm just like, all right, you know, so we're gonna do this. You know, just BBD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had no idea how the process worked. So I got arrested in Chicago, but he had left Chicago because he said it was too rowdy or something like that. So we never got a chance. So they ended up, that was like right around like my birthday weekend that they were going to St. Louis. So we drove out to St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, stayed in the hotel, drove out to St. Louis, whatever like that. Get there, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, before we even left, I'm like, bro, I'm finna wear the leprechaun outfit. And the crazy part about it is, like, people that know me, like, it wasn't like an outfit that I just brought out for that. I wear stuff like that for real. Like when we play football, like I would really, like I would wear that for real. Like, I didn't wear a crop top to a flag game before. Like that's like a onesie, like 100% like Elmo pajama. Like that's the type of person, like
yeah.
that I am. You know what I'm saying? So we get there, and I had sweatpants on, like after the one thing, like crazy. So then we get out there, it's off, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, we played this, whatever. But they didn't want to give me first. So everybody was like,
why didn't you want to give you a wristband at first? That's what
I have no idea.
Okay.
They didn't want to give me a wristband first. I'm just like, come on, man. No. So then the crowd was like, the leprechaun, give us the leprechaun. So sure enough, there and one of the camera dudes, I don't know who was from ESPN or something. They were like, wear this today, like, you know, I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always cracking jokes and stuff. So I was, you know, I wore it. You know, that's for. And so we get out there. Like, it was nerve-wracking. It was right there.
Yeah.
It was right there, and people was crowd. Next thing you know, man, like it just turned up. And
you did. It was.
But like it was like the same mentality. Bro was talking trash. I was still humble, just sitting there, just doing what I had to do, and just be like that. I had no idea. Thumbnail.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was just, you just got to do what you got to do. And you know, there's cameras there. You don't want to get embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be real bad.
You embarrassed some people though, bro. You embarrassed. I remember as soon the first play that I think. Well, I don't know if it was the first play, but it was one of the plays that you were in, and they said go, and you just jammed the receiver all the way down. You like, he said go, like that's your. He said go, yeah.
Yeah, so the crazy part was, so they said, so the first play he said go, and I tried to I tried to press him on that, and he burned me. Quarterback threw the ball, and I make up speed. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked about in the beginning, you're always faster than the ball.
Yep.
I turned, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and I caught the interception. Everybody going crazy, all defense jumping, you know. I got feet.
Yep.
I got feet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I might be big, but it's like they were like, that was a bad ball. And I'm thinking in my head, like, it really wasn't. You just didn't think I was going to jump up there and grab it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they redid the play. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, ball don't lie.
Yep.
So he's sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm sitting there ready to press. I was going to back up. He got me. I'm still sitting there ready to press. I hear the quarterback. You know, so I'm listening. As a real defensive player, you know you're not just stay on the quarterback the whole time. So I hear him say go. Oh, dude ain't move. So I'm like, that's damn city. I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
And they saved you. I was gonna take you to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he, they didn't say go. And we go look at the quarterback, and the quarterback was like, go.
Bro, that was hilarious, man. I have to make that into the meme. I just remember you like, I got feet. I got feet. I was cracking up. I might be big, but I got feet. No, that was dope, man. A lot of people see that, have no idea, but I was showing a lot of people that video.
It was dope, man. Like people were like to me, you know. Oh, I knew that was you. And that's what I love about it. Like it wasn't there. They just seemed to do with a leprechaun outfit. And like I knew that was big dude in a leprechaun outfit, not the voice, not how he played the outfit. And they like, that was the only person that would do something.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Well, I'm not gonna hold you up too long, bro. I appreciate you a lot, man. Again, if y'all want to follow Javaughn, it's _amen_kosher_97. West Texas Warriors, correct? And you're leaving. Say it again.
I said, West Texas Warriors.
Got you. Let's say, if so, who is up next from high school? We got a question. It says, do you pay attention to high school players? And if so, who is up next from a high school level?
Do I pay? I ain't gonna lie. I watch college games more than
Got it.
League. I don't know right now. I know we got some brothers. I don't know if they're at Zion, but but I think they got a little something going on. But definitely, and I'm really big on the high school game, college game, and watching them shine. Definitely need because that's a crucial age. Age will make or break on the sport or not.
Yeah. No, definitely. We just got another
team, best player, bad game, wrong things.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. Again, and then last thing, bro, like again, just keep God first, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And then I'll leave you with this too, bro. Like my dad said this one thing to me, and I always kept it. My dad told me that, like, don't let people lie to you about like your emotions or your feelings. And what I mean by that is like everybody gets upset, everybody gets angry, everybody gets frustrated, everybody gets mad. All those things happen to everybody. But what he said that stuck to me was, he was like, the difference is between the superstars and the average people is the superstars can get over it quicker than everybody else. So they'll make those same mistakes, dwell on it 10, 15 seconds, and it's over. And then certain people dwell on it for hours and days, right? So just it's okay to feel those things, especially in the sport that you're playing in. Like you can get mad and angry. You're gonna have a whole bunch of emotions because it's a contact sport, right? But as long as you can get over those things quickly, bro, you'll be fine.
And it's so crazy that you said that because like my big thing is the second part. People are always like, are you over it in 30 seconds? I'll be over it. Like, I'll be mad. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I can do that. How you just get over stuff that fast. Emotions is that fast. And my answer is like just wired differently.
Yep, for sure.
It's you got a whole longevity to wasting it being upset. You know what I'm saying? So that's so crazy that you said I needed that back. I thought someone was going like my emotions are emotional, but like, to hear that is definitely.
No, it's normal, bro.
Sure.
It's normal, man. And just use that, like I said, just use that to your advantage. But again, like I have no worries about you at all. And call me, text me, whatever you need. If you need something, hit me up, bro. I got you. I'm definitely gonna get with the family too, so we can come out and see some of your games too as well. But again, anything you need when it's streamed, if you know you're about to play and somebody's about to stream it or it's on TV or whatever, send me the link or channel or whatever so I can make sure we watch it and I can send it out to other people too as well. All right, bro.
All
right, man. I again appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
Go ahead and do this. I'm gonna end the stream real quick.